Okay. Hello and get ready with me. I'm going out with my friends to the mall and then we're gonna go and watch a movie. I'm putting things away first because there's a little bit of a mess on my vanity, so I'm gonna fix that first. I'm not good at making YouTube videos when the camera's on, which is funny because when the camera's off, I can very easily pretend like I'm a famous YouTuber. So I'm gonna try and get more comfortable with this. So this video might not be as professional as I want it to be, but you have to start somewhere, and this is where I'm starting at. So let's begin. I'm going to the mall with some of my friends, and then actually only 2 of my friends. When I say some of my friends, I feel as if I'm referring to 5, but I'm not. I'm referring to 2 friends. Another thing I'm not necessarily good at is doing get ready with me's while talking. I've seen so many TikTokers and influencers being able to do a whole face routine while keeping a conversation and making sense. I, however, am not good at that. I'm not good at multitasking. If I'm going to speak, I'm going to speak and stop what else I'm doing. If I'm going to do my makeup, I'm going to stop talking and do my makeup. I'm trying to get better at that. I took a shower and okay, there we go. Back to this. So the first thing I'm going to do my bangs. Okay, let's do this. In order for me to get experience with this and feel comfortable with the video, I'm going to pretend as if I was a famous YouTuber, because that's usually what I do when the camera's off. So I'm gonna do that and pretend as if I have at least 10,000 followers. If I got 10,000 followers, I would be happy and retire. First things first, my hair. My hair is very annoying. It's not nice. I had bangs, as you can clearly tell, but they're obviously super grown out now. And I didn't want to cut them anymore. I just thought, you know what? I'm going away to college in a few months. I'm not gonna have the hairdresser that I usually have, and I don't feel like spending money. So I'm gonna let them grow out. And then after I grew them out, I thought I had a middle part, but the middle part was so stubborn. And then one day it decided to just go to the side. So I haven't fought with my hair. I've decided that it's just gonna have to stay on the side. So I have a side part now. I haven't had a side part since probably 6th grade. After the side part, I got bangs. However, I looked really masculine. I did not look like a girl. There's a picture of me, and it haunts me. I do not like that picture. I myself have never felt very feminine. I've always liked feminine things. I like dresses. I enjoy doing my hair, putting on bows, putting on makeup, but I always felt that I looked more like a boy, especially when I was a preteen and a middle schooler. I really felt like a boy. And I also had I hung around a lot of guys, not to be one of those pick-me girls, but I had more guy friends, honestly. I actually have a best friend, and she was a tomboy, and when I was around her, together, we were tomboys together. And then when I got to 6th grade, 5th grade, I didn't want to wear dresses, I didn't want to wear bows. I got rid of a lot of my toys because I wanted to be, I guess, older. That was so dumb, and I regret it now because now those toys I had are trending now, and they make me want to have them again. You know the little calico critters? Yeah, I had those. I had a whole town, actually, and I got rid of them because, no, I don't want to do that stuff anymore. I don't want to be girly girl anymore. That was so dumb of me. The dumbest thing I've done. And I got rid of my American Girl dolls. They were beautiful. Ugh. But anyways, I was talking about side bangs. So how did we get to that point? So this is what I do with my hair. Put it up and I curl it like that. Because of the hairstyle, I'm going to try to attempt. I'm going to be using this one right here. The camera can see it. Hello. Ultra volume foam styling mousse for fine limp hair. And guess what I have? Fine limp hair. Next thing is the Weightless Blow Dry Primer by L'Oreal. This is supposed to do something. Protect my hair from the heat. I do this one right here, Soapbox Anti-Frizz. I have a lot of frizz, and even when I wear this, there's still frizz. So imagine if I didn't wear it. I go in with the L'Oreal. It's a little thing like that, not that much. And then I just boom boom. There we go. I love adding mousse just for the fun of it because it's so cool. I don't know if this actually works, okay? My hair, you can put as much product in my hair as you want, and because now it's so healthy, it won't stay up and it won't hold whatever hairstyle I want in place. I'm gonna add my argan oil. Pew, pew, pew. So now we're just going to let my hair dry naturally.
A few moments later.
Wow, I look like an egg. Now I'm moving on to my lotion. So this is the lotion or moisturizing cream I use for my face. The Vanny Cream, dermatologist tested moisturizing cream. And I do a little pump and put it all over my face. Highly recommend. It'll last you for a good while. It's worth your money, okay? It cost me, I want to say $12. Could be wrong. What was more expensive was a sunscreen, and I don't use sunscreen anymore. Moving on. How long is this video? 18 minutes. Future me will not be enjoying editing this thing. So after I've done this, we will move on to the blush. The Milk Cooling Water Jelly Tint. What you do is grab a brush, fluffy brush like this, and you pretty much dab it like this. Let it dry a little. And then you just... So that's how you do it. And you're done. I don't do foundation when I'm doing my simple makeup because I cannot stand wearing foundation. It makes you wanna, you know, it looks great for photos, but it makes me wanna tear my skin off. Now moving on to the bottom, I do the same. I put some on my chin, and then I do some on my nose. There you go. I like having a red nose. Now moving on to the eyes. I'm planning on wearing these low-rise blue jeans with a brown tank top and a little jacket because the mall can sometimes be cold. And then we're also going to the movie theaters, which I know is cold. So I'm gonna do that, and I'm also gonna pack myself a blanket because last time I didn't take a blanket, it was a mistake. Okay, knowing that I'm going to be wearing brown, I'm going to do my favorite type of makeup. I kind of like to do a smoky eye. This is actually a lip liner, but I haven't used it as a lip liner in a while, so we've used it as something for my eyes. Let me show you. Another thing, I'm not really a big fan of concealer. I used to wear concealer as if there was no tomorrow. The reason being was because I had a terrible acne all over my forehead and around my cheeks. And then my mom gave me this unlabeled medicine and it worked. Not sure what was in there, but it worked. And then I like to go underneath the eye. I can't tell if you can tell I'm doing this, so I'm sorry. Hopefully you can see though. And I look like that. Okay, we're gonna smudge in a little bit. I'm gonna do the other eye. This is it. So cute. And then I take the little brush on the other side, handy dandy, thank you. And then I just like to rub it off as if I rubbed my eyes off. I like that look, the smudgy look, you know? Oh yeah, I woke up and I forgot to take off my makeup at night. To me, it's very chic, very simple, and I don't want to tear my face off. So, works for me. Honestly, this whole makeup depends on a person, depends on how you want to look. Moving on now to eyeshadow. This is the 35U Gilded, is that how I say it? Gilded Desert by Morphe. Anyways, I add it to the corner and then a little to the outside. And this is the 124K Glow. I haven't used it, so I decided that I was gonna keep using it. Bada bing, bada boom. I added it and you can see the difference. At least I can. I don't know if you can. Oh, and then I just use a really fluffy brush to pretty much blend it out. Dense brush to apply, fluffy to blend. Mascara time. This Paradise Big Deal by L'Oreal has become one of my favorites. Invest in some good mascara, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
A few moments later.
Anyways, the bottom lashes are done. I will now be doing my highlighter. Yes. I do this makeup when I go to church. Actually, I've been doing this makeup this entire summer because, again, it's too hot outside. I do some on my chin, and then this part, I add some to my inner corner. And I let it dry out so that it stays longer, because if I do it right now, it'll just stick to my finger, and that's not what I want. I blended my highlighter without the camera on. I didn't remember I turned it off. This is how it looks, my makeup. Next up, we're gonna do my hair. I did it. Yep, this is my natural hair. Pin straight. Okay, time to do this thing. I'm gonna show you a quick, just how to do it, and then I'm gonna turn off the camera. Okay, this is how it looks once I've done everything. This was harder than I thought. I look like that guy, the one, I'm a lad who likes berries and creams. Or also Lord Farquaad. Yeah, let's see how this looks. So, ow, my hair. So this is the hair. Do we like, was it too much work for not a lot? I think it's nice. I think it worked. One thing I forgot to do was my lips, so I'm gonna do them real quick with you. Grab your hefty little tint and then just go. And then I'm actually gonna use this one as a lip liner today. And just line your lips. And then I like to go in with some lip gloss that I've had for ages. It's Victoria's Secret. And you're done. And you have a really cute looking lip. Okay, time to change. I'll be back.
A few moments later.
Okay, so I put away my things, like tidied up, and I also chose my bag. This is the outfit. Yeah, so I got box sandals. These are the pants. I think they look really nice. Then my shirt, a little jacket to cover up. This is my jewelry. I'm wearing a turquoise butterfly, my confirmation necklace, a watch, rings, and then earrings. So yeah, and this is the final look. I am very happy with this. So thank you so much for watching, and have a blessed day. See you later. Bye.